私は殺さない。
お前たちのような奴らがいていいはずがないんだ。
Top 10 Underrated Seinen Anime. The shonen anime industry has always been bigger, but there are so many genuinely good seinen anime that never enter the list radar of a casual anime fan. But as always, I'm here to show exactly what you should be watching next. Well then, shall we talk about them? The top 10 underrated seinen animes.
最後に一言言わせてください。三つをお前は地の果てまでも追い詰めて殺す。
Number 10. Wave, Listen to Me. This story follows a young woman named Minare Koda. She works in a restaurant and has just recently experienced a brutal breakup. As you may expect, she tries to drink away all the pain while also ranting about it to a random stranger. Little does she know, this stranger just so happens to be a local radio station director. She goes on about her life like usual and shows up to work the very next day, but gets surprised when she hears her own voice playing over the radio. That director recorded all her ranting and put it on the radio for everyone to listen. Now, she runs all the way to the studio to get it off the broadcast, but it only further highlights her talent for speaking. And guys, that's how a breakup helps our girl become a local star.
だってテレビならともかくラジオじゃねえ。
ほう、言ってくれるじゃねえか。みなれ、暇ならちょっとマイクの前で喋っていかねえか。
Number 9. Bokura no Ours. This is an anime adaptation of one of the greatest sci-fi seinen manga of all time, and while it isn't as good as the manga itself, the anime is still a stellar experience. It all starts when 8 boys and 7 girls are enjoying their summer break by playing around on the seaside. A small cave catches their attention and they decide to go right in. But much to their surprise, the inside is filled with dozens of computers. There's also an unusual man named Coco. He claims to be the resident of this cave. The quirky individual gaslights everyone into signing up for a game he has developed, but they may as very well lose their sanity while playing this game. Guys, this anime has quite a lot of psychological drama going on. Number 8. Gutgrave. The worst things about a betrayal is that it never comes from the enemy, it comes from those you trust the most. Gutgrave is an anime that bases its entire premise around mafia and betrayals. There are 2 buddies named Brandon and Harry. They are so close, you can easily mistake them for brothers. However, their friendship meets resistance when a certain mafia group shows up in their locality all of a sudden. They end up having to join the mafia for 2 very different reasons. Harry wants to replace the mafia boss, while Brandon is more concerned with making sure that the woman he loves has been taken in by the boss. I won't spoil it, but let's just say this is an epic tale of betrayals, relationships, and revenge. Number 7. Jormungand. Everybody loves a badass female protagonist, especially one who is a little bit too insane. Here we have an arms dealer named Coco, whose organization sells lethal weapons to powerful groups. She possesses almost unparalleled charisma and intelligence. You do not want to mess with her, but even so, her end goal remains world peace. Now, how exactly will she be able to accomplish that?
金を出せと言ったのに、どう聞き違えれば粉になるんだ。よ
う、何やってんだぜ。
だってみんなの前で着替えるの恥ずかしいんだもん。可愛いけ
Number 6. Asobi Asobes. When you ask someone about their favorite comedy anime, the answers are usually in the lines of Gintama, Kaguya-sama, or maybe even Seiki-K. Very rarely would you ever hear someone say that Asobi Asobes is their favorite comedy anime. And it makes sense. Asobi Asobes isn't as memorable as those three, but as far as comedy goes, it is brutal. You'll get stomach cramps without question. The plot essentially follows three somewhat quirky middle school girls and their daily antics. It sounds plain, but it's hilarious.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright guys, a quick question here. I know there are a lot of underappreciated or simply less known seinen anime, which is why, tell me about your favorites. What are the seinen animes that you want others to know about? Go rate the comments section, it always helps me out with a future video. Also, like and subscribe, it's always appreciated. Well then, let's get back to the list.
ディフェンダーに転向しろ。正確にはサイドバック。お前はサイドバックのスペシャリストとして世界に出るんだ。
Number 5. Ashi. It's unusual for a team sports anime to be categorized as a seinen, but Ashi is just that. Though one should also keep in mind that the demographic only matters as much as you think they do. As for Ashi, it's an exciting journey of a young boy from the countryside. He was playing a match until an unpleasant taunt from an opposing player triggers him to get violent. Unfortunately, he gets taken out and the team loses. However, the display of his talents, both within and after the game, gets him invited to attend a youth's club tryout. It's a fairly recent anime, but the manga, not so much. If you do decide to get involved with this series, you have a wealth of experience waiting for you.
あなたは絶対やるべきです。キラーパスだ。
わらわは一人暮らしゆえかたじけないが。
Number 4. Kotaro Lives Alone. This, my friend, is the kind of anime that makes even a grown man shed a few tears. The premise is so extraordinarily simple, but each episode will make you experience an entire spectrum of emotions. And no, that is not an overstatement. There is a 4-year-old named Kotaro. He has just moved into an apartment complex, but the unusual thing about him is that he is all alone. Little by little, his neighbors become familiar with him and also starts opening up to them. However, the emotional nuance will both make you smile and cry.
悪い。やっぱり俺、お前に嫌われる覚悟でいようと思う。
狩野殿？
Number 3. Golden Kamoy. Golden Kamoy is a tale that takes you on a historical adventure. It may not hook you from the beginning, however slowly and surely it'll grow on you. And from that point onwards, all that awaits you is an exciting adventure that took place after the events of the Russo-Japanese War. Our protagonist Sugimoto teams up with a native Anzu named Asirpa, and together they embark on the pursuit of acquiring a stupid amount of gold that is hidden somewhere in the vicinity of Hokkaido. But it isn't just them. The legends from the Shinsengumi, the local government, and a few other parties also want to lay their hands on the treasure. Now, how will this story unfold? The manga has already ended and the anime has quite a few seasons. You are missing out if you haven't checked it out already. Number 2. Rainbow Nisha Rokubo no Shichinin. It's no secret that Japan went through quite a dark period after the events of World War II. This story shows us a few glimpses of that reality. 6 teenagers are all arrested for somewhat stupid yet also serious reasons. They are sent to a brutal reform school where they have to share a cell with a former boxer. things are all doom and gloom, but with a sense of camaraderie and relentless trust in one's friend, they manage to persevere. But the ghosts from the past aren't so easily discarded. How will they survive their sentences, especially when corruption and injustice has fully tainted the system? All in all, Rainbow is a timeless gem.
逃がさん絶対に逃がさんだ化け物め
Number 1. Kingdom. Alright, we're down to the number 1 spot, and the anime we have is Kingdom. It is amongst the most successful manga series, but for some reason you don't really see a lot of people talking about the anime, which is such a shame considering how the adaptation of the last few seasons has been straight up bonkers. The first season was subpar, I admit, but if you are into historical epics, Kingdom is the one series you cannot ignore. It retells the events of back when China was unified under a single emperor for the very first time. There's over 700 chapters and 4 seasons worth of genuinely good content for you, and if you decide to just give it a chance. There you have it, folks. These were my picks for the top 10 underrated seinen anime. What did you guys think of these animes? Have you watched them, or are you planning on watching them? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Press that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and I'll personally reply to your comment. Also, if you want more seinen anime recommendations, just check out my other video. It's titled Top 10 Seinen Animes. The link will be in the description box down below. Well then, I'll see you guys on my next video.